Hello girls, gays, and theys. Today I decided to try and film my first video. It's probably going to be really awkward, so I'm sorry about that, and it might be a little echoey too. I'm trying to figure out what's the best place to film, you know? So I decided to start a channel dedicated to horror movies, which is something I love and I'm very inspired by and I'm very passionate about. So I thought for my first video, why not do a DVD collection? Because I have a lot of DVDs. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, starting off with my Blu-rays. Here are my Blu-rays. I don't get as many Blu-rays because A, they're more expensive, and B, they just don't have that nostalgic quality that DVDs have for me. So let's get started. First we got the Bye Bye Man. This movie's kind of horrible, but like I love it a lot. It's definitely a guilty pleasure movie, so. But next up we have Don't Breathe, another good one. I gave this to my mom for Christmas, but I guess she didn't really want it, so she gave it to me, which I'm okay with because I love it a lot. Next is Hostel 1 and 2 in a double pack on Blu-ray. Obviously it's on Blu-ray. This was really hard to find, and they said that it was no longer in print. Like this was their last copy, so I'm really excited I was able to get this, even though both the movies are like kind of dumb and they're just for shock value. It's still fun to watch. Next we've got the first Paranormal Activity, one of the greatest found footage films ever, probably like top 3, but I love that movie so much. I also have the 5th sequel, The Marked Ones, which is my favorite in the Paranormal Activity franchise. It's technically the 5th one, but also it's supposedly like a reboot, a remake kind of, I don't know. It never gets enough love. Like, it's so funny and so like stupid and such an easy watch. So I don't know why nobody likes it, but this is definitely my favorite. So next we have Scream 4. I have not seen any of the Scream movies, but I found this at Superstore the other day for like $5. It was super cheap. And so I had to get it, you know, have the whole collection. Now I have the whole collection. I just have yet to watch them, which I'm going to start doing soon. Next we have The Visit, one of my favorite movies in my collection. This movie is so good. I literally love any of M. Night Shyamalan's twists. They're always amazing because I am a slut for a little plot twist. Who isn't? Who isn't? Okay, next we have The Invisible Man it's got a beautiful slip cover. It's kind of like shiny. It's very shiny, as you can see. I literally love this movie so much, and my best friend got it for me for my birthday this year, so I'm very excited to watch. I've seen it already, but I'm very excited to rewatch it. I just have so many movies to get through, so God, I love this movie. And then last for my Blu-rays, we've got It Chapter 2, which, unpopular opinion, this one is my favorite out of all 3 of them. I mean, like, I don't think that's too unpopular, but like, I like this one better than the 2017 version, which I know, crazy, but like, it's just got such a fun cast, and I literally just love the whole entire cast. Like, it's perfect. It's so much better done than the original one from 1990, because obviously that was made in 1990. The effects weren't as good. I saw it in theaters not the day it came out, but I saw it in theaters, and I literally loved it so much I forced my mom to go back the next week and rewatch it because it was like so good. Like, it just left me wanting more, you know? Like, I was like, I need to watch it again. After I watched it a second time, I was satisfied, but I still rewatch this one a lot. It's so good. So those are all my Blu-rays. So next, let's move on to DVDs. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do my DVDs in chunks because I have way too many to carry out all at once. So we're gonna have to do this little by little, but so here's the first little chunk, little pile, I guess. So let's get started. So first we've got Annabelle, which is kind of a horrible movie in itself, but the slipcover is really cool. You see that? Because it, like, yeah. I haven't watched this one all the way through. That's how bad it is. Like, I can't get through it. I'm going to try and watch it tonight, though. Oh, goodness. Okay. Next, we've got Annabelle Creation. My most recent purchase. I bought this the other day at Superstore because it was on sale for like $5 in those bargain bins. You gotta check those bargain bins. They are so good. You can find so many good hidden gems. But so, yeah. So Annabelle Creation, aka Annabelle 2, aka Annabelle prequel, I don't know. I kind of hated this movie when I first saw it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I might revisit it. But I mostly bought it because it reminds me of my friend who moved away, and it's like kind of a good memory, you know, because we saw it together, and so it reminds me of her, and it's a good movie to watch when you're sad. Well, when I'm sad, you know, because I have that memory associated with it. Next we've got The Boy. Another cheap scare tactic kind of movie, but I still love it because you'll see a trend with all my movies that most of them are like not great movies. Most of them are like kind of garbage storylines and just mostly for scares, but I love jump scares. I love the adrenaline. I know they're like cheap and, you know, but I still love them because I need that adrenaline rush, girl. Okay, so that's why I have this movie. It's also such a weird movie. Like the twist is just so like you're not expecting it at all. Next we've got Cabin Fever. I found this at my local thrift store. I'm kind of like iffy about this movie because there's a lot of things that are really dated about this. There's a lot of slurs that wouldn't go well today, you know. And so that's something I don't like about it, but it is a fun movie to watch. See a bunch of stupid teens die, which, I mean, is one of my favorite things to watch, especially when you kind of hate all of them, which is a great thing about this movie. You hate all of them, so when they die, you're like, sounds good to me. And that shaving scene, oh my god, so just, ooh. Next we've got Child's Play, the original Child's Play 1. This is like a pretty recent purchase. I haven't watched it yet. I know, crazy. I haven't watched the original Child's Play, but I mostly bought it because of Kylie Roseanne, also now Haunted Hippie. She does a series on her channel where she's talking about all the Child's Play movies and reviewing them, and so I thought I would like to join in on her doing that and watch them along with her. So I also bought the second and third one. So I bought those pretty recently with a gift card I had from Christmas. And now last movie in this pile is Christine. I bought this with the Annabelle Creation at Superstore, or no, not Superstore, it's at Walmart. It's at Walmart, sorry. I've yet to watch this, but I know it's an iconic film based off a Stephen King book. I'm so excited to watch this. It's gonna be so good, so cheesy. I'm very excited, very excited. So it's my first little chunk. Beautiful. Okay, moving on. Okay, so here's my next little chunk of movies. So starting off with The Conjuring, the original Conjuring. It's got another one of those cool slip covers with the moving eyes. Love that. Also love this movie in general. This movie is like so good, and I absolutely love this franchise. It's probably not my top 5, but it's still really good. Next we have its sequel, The Conjuring 2, which might be my favorite in the series. I'm still not sure yet. I also really like Annabelle Comes Home, which I know is stupid and literally nobody likes it, but like it's my favorite. It might be my favorite. Next we've got Creepshow, something I got for Christmas. Got this one for Christmas. Speaking of Creepshow, I just finished watching the Creepshow series on Shudder, which is so good. I watched it all in one night. It was just so fun, and like the twists were fun, so I might do a video ranking them if anybody actually wants to see that. But so Creepshow, haven't watched that yet, but I'm very excited to. Next we've got another thrift store find. We've got The First Final Destination. I love this movie. This is probably my favorite horror movies franchise like ever, and I know it's like kind of stupid and like cheesy early 2000s, but that's what I love about it. It's just like such a fun, easy watch, and I mean, yeah, the characters like kind of suck, but it's just like so fun, and I love watching the creative ways that people die. I found this with The First Final Destination. As you can see, Final Destination 2. First of all, it's like, God, it's really shiny. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's like holographic, which is really cool. Yeah, I found this at the same thrift store, in the same visit, actually. Also love this movie. It's not as good as the first one. Like, in this one, the characters kind of suck, but that's okay, because it's fun to watch them all die. Next, you can probably see a trend happening. We've got Final Destination 3, which I bought this on eBay. Like, I didn't think it was actually going to come because I didn't think eBay was that reliable, so I bought it and it actually came and it was really cheap. So yeah. Same with this one. The characters are kind of not well written. They're all either pervs or they just have absolutely no like character arc at all. So that's kind of a bad thing about this movie, but then again, you also get to see the fun ways that people die. So I mean, that's just my favorite part about the whole series. Ooh, dropped a movie. Next we've got The Final Destination, aka The Final Destination 4. I don't know why it's called The Final Destination, but whatever. This is the worst movie I've ever seen. No, this is definitely the worst in the series in terms of acting, characters, everything. But the deaths are fun, and it was really cheap, so that's all that really matters. And so I almost have a full collection. I do not have the 5th one. I ordered it, and it's on its way. Hopefully it actually comes. Don't know if it will, though. Okay, so next we've got Friday the 13th, the original. So good, such a classic, iconic. I mean, just how can you not love it? Okay, well, it's a little dated. There's some jokes that wouldn't go well today. There's like some blatant racism, but you know, it's a classic. It changed horror, and so it's kind of cool. Next, we've got Friday the 13th Part 2. Pretty unmemorable, but I still go back and rewatch it a lot. Fun kills, love Jason. This is Friday the 13th is another one of my favorite horror franchises. Probably my second favorite. I know, is that controversial? Probably. It's not a very good series, but it's still fun. Okay, next we've got Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D, which, okay, this one is like probably the worst in the first 4, but it comes with like super fun, like cheesy 3D glasses that you can wear. And it also comes with like a non-3D version so that you can like, you don't have to watch a 3D version. The effects are like super dated and like super cheesy and garbage, but it's still really fun to watch. And it's like, whoa. And as you can probably imagine, next we have Friday 13th Part 4, which is probably my favorite in the series. It's a tie between this one and Part 6. Part 6, Jason Lives. Okay. Moving on to the next. Okay, here's the next stack, so let's get started. So first, as you can probably imagine, we've got Part 5, Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. I don't think I've watched this one yet. No, I definitely haven't watched this one yet, so I couldn't tell you my opinion. But I hear that it's not that good. I mean, none of them are that good, but like, I hear that it's kind of stupid, and it doesn't have Jason in it, so that's like really depressing. Next we've got Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, another of my favorites in the series. I love that this one is just so self-aware and like funny, and it breaks the fourth wall. It's just so good. I'm pretty sure this is like everybody's favorite, but it's just so good. It's so fun, so well done. Well, I mean, it's not well done, but it's like a better one in the series. Definitely a highlight in the series. Next we've got The New Blood, another one I have not watched, so I couldn't tell you my opinion on it, but I'm excited to watch it. I need to watch it soon. I need to watch it. Next we've got Jason Takes Manhattan. It's like so stupid. Why is it even called Jason Takes Manhattan? It should be called like Jason Takes a Boat, like Jason Takes a Vacation or something. Because they were in Manhattan for like 10 minutes. This did not take place in Manhattan. But yeah, this one is like kind of stupid, but it's like so fun. I mean, I'm just such a sucker for all these like horrible, cheesy movies. Next, we've got the iconic Halloween, the original Halloween from 1978. There's not much I can say about this that hasn't already been said. I mean, it's an iconic film. It's so good. It's just incredibly well done. I love Jamie Lee Curtis so much. This probably has my favorite final girl ever. Next we've got Halloween 2 and 3 in a double pack. I got this one for Christmas as well. I've yet to watch either of them, but I know that the third one is like kind of stupid, and the second one is supposed to be pretty good, so I'm very excited to watch this. Next we've got Happy Death Day, an incredible film by Christopher Landon? I think that's it. That's his name, right? Yeah. I love this movie. I saw it in theaters. I don't know what else to say except it's really fun, and it's like, if you haven't seen it, which, how have you not seen it? You must be living under a rock. It's basically like a horror movie version of Groundhog Day, which, another great film. Love Bill Murray. Next we've got Insidious, which, yes, is still in its packaging. I have yet to watch this. I got this for my birthday in November, and I still haven't watched it, and I don't know why. Like, I've just been holding off. I think I'm gonna watch it tonight. I need to watch so many movies. I'm gonna watch all these movies tonight. Ugh. Yeah, so I can't really tell you much about that because I haven't seen it. Next we've got It, the 2017 version. As you saw earlier, I have It Chapter 2 on Blu-ray. So this one's got another cool slip cover, as you can see. Pennywise's eyes move. Just like the second one, I absolutely love this movie. The cast is amazing. The script is so well written. Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise is amazing. Although I do love Tim Curry as the original Pennywise. I feel like this one is just so much more scary. Bill Skarsgård does such an amazing portrayal of Pennywise. Like, it's so good. Like, even if you haven't seen the movie, you know the iconic, like, creepy, like, smile. Like, it's literally so iconic. He is amazing. So here's all those movies. Now it's time to move on to the next chunk. Here's the next pile. This is such a good one. Like, this is probably the best pile so far. But, so let's get straight into it. Okay. So first up, we got Jeepers Creepers, one of my all-time favorite films, horror films of all time. I love Justin Long. It's also got the second one in this pack, which I have not seen. I started it, but it's like not as good as the first one, so I haven't finished it. But I'm gonna try to do that soon. Yeah, there's not much more to say about this, except I love it. The early 2000s atmosphere is incredible. I love Justin Long. It's just so good. And the creeper is like such a fun character, you know? Next up, we've got Jason X, which is more of a sci-fi movie. I have yet to watch it, but I don't know if I'll like it because I'm not a big fan of like sci-fi, like alien movies and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really like sci-fi movies. Sci-fi horror. Next we've got Krampus, which is such a beautiful cover. Like, look at that fun white cover. I love this movie. It's so funny. Such a good Christmas movie. The cast is amazing. It's just a pretty great movie. This was one of the first horror movies I watched, and so it's left quite the impact. It's more of like a dark comedy, like a black comedy. It's not like really a horror, but there is some horror elements. So this is really good for beginners. Next, we've got one of my favorite movies, Lights Out. This one is like probably the scariest movie I've ever seen. Like, it's not like that scary, but like the idea of it, like the idea of like a monster that like only comes on in the dark and like gets closer every time you turn on the light, like it's so scary, like, to me. And there's so many good jump scares, and like the loophole that they find later in the movie is really fun as well. It's fun to watch, it's scary, and it will leave you paranoid. Next we've got Misery, an incredible film. I have the book somewhere in my bookshelf over there, but I absolutely love this movie. Kathy Bates is so amazing. Her performance is so strong. Same with James Caan. This movie is amazing, perfect. It's not very scary. I'd say it's pretty good for beginners, except for like the whole like hobbling thing. But, you know, aside from that, it's like pretty good for beginners, you know? There's not too many like big scares. It's kind of just psychological, atmospheric horror, you know, if that is even a real thing. But I don't know, I might have just made that up there. But still, an incredible movie. One of my favorite Stephen King adaptations, like, ever. Might even be my favorite. Next, we've got the first 8 Nightmare on Elm Street movies. So we've got 1 to 4 here, and we've got 5, 6 new Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and then Freddy vs. Jason, which I've been looking for on DVD to have for my Friday the 13th collection, so I'm glad that I have that now. I have yet to watch any of these, but once again, I'm very excited to watch these along with Haunted Hippie. I'll leave her channel down below because she is wonderful. I love her videos. She's the one who like inspired me to start making videos. She's pretty awesome, and so you should definitely go check her out. Next up, we've got Oculus, a film by Mike Flanagan, who is my favorite horror director of all time. He is so good. He's done so many amazing things like Hush, Haunting of Hill House, Haunting of Bly Manor, Oculus, obviously. The twist at the end, amazing. The mirror is also super, like, scary. Like, it's very gothic, very, like, pretty. I would definitely put it up in my house, you know? Next, we've got Orphan from 2009 with the amazing Isabel Fuhrman. Fuhrman? That's her name, right? Yeah. I absolutely love this movie. This is, like, the shock, like, the twist at the end is incredible. It's, like, you don't expect it at all. The climax of this movie is incredible. Everything about this movie is great. And I love Vera Farmiga. I think that's how you say her name. I don't really know. I probably just butchered her whole entire name, but I love her. And her sister, Thaisa, who's in American Horror Story. Oh my goodness, I am so bad at names, but I'm pretty sure that is very off, but I love both of them. It's also one of the first horror movie DVDs I bought, and so this is one that I revisit quite a lot. Next, we've got Paranormal Activity 2. This is probably one of my least favorite in the series. It's not horrible, but it's just not my favorite. I love the Paranormal Activity series. That's another one of my favorite horror movie franchises. It's probably Final Destination, Paranormal Activity, and then Friday the 13th. I love this series as a whole. I love found footage films. They're probably my favorite, like, subgenre of horror. I feel like they're so much more, like, effective for me, and they, like, feel more realistic, you know? Yeah, so that's why I love this movie. So here's that pile. Moving on to the next one. Woo! Okay, here's our last pile. This one's very big, so I can't really hold up very well, but I'm gonna try my best to not drop them all. Okay, let's get started with Paranormal Activity 3, which is one of my favorites in the series. It's probably my second or third favorite after the original and the marked ones, which I have on Blu-ray, as you saw earlier. All of the characters in this movie are, like, so good, except for the kids. The kids are, like, whatever, but, like, all the parents and, like, the dad's friend, Randy, I think is his name, is just so funny. I love them all. Next, we've got Paranormal Activity 4, which might be my least favorite in the series. It's kind of boring and not that outstanding. There's not much special about it, but I do like the two teenager characters who are played by, oh my goodness, what's her name? She's in Freaky. I absolutely love this actress, but I can't remember her name. I also like the cool thing that they do with the Xbox Live with, like, the motion detector thing. It's very fun. That's a fun aspect of this movie that's original and, like, new. Otherwise, it's not too compelling. So next, we've got The Ghost Dimension, another garbage one. This one isn't boring, it's just horribly made, and so it's, like, fun to go back and watch. The effects are just really bad, and the characters are pretty unlikable, like, pretty subpar. And we also, like, kind of see Toby, which I don't really like. I kind of liked in the other movies how he was, like, a mysterious, like, figure, and the way that they make him look is, like, kind of stupid. Like, it's not scary at all. It looks like Voldemort. Like, that's so scary. Next, we've got the original Pet Sematary from 1989, I believe. This movie is so fun, and it's way better than the remake thing this year. Or not this year, from 2019, I believe. I hated that. I couldn't even get through it. But this one is so much fun, mostly just because of Fred Gwynne, another Stephen King film, by the way. If you didn't know that, you probably did. I also bought this at Walmart in the bargain bins, again, for $5. Next, we've got A Quiet Place, which I believe I also got for $5 at Walmart. This movie is incredible. If you haven't already seen it, you need to go see it. I absolutely love John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, and the whole cast is actually amazing. It's just, oh my god, I just love it so much. Like, I literally love John Krasinski so much. Next, we've got The Ring and The Ring 2. Oh, goodness. Which I bought together at Sunrise Records. I absolutely love both these movies. They're really nice, cheesy, early 2000s horror movies, but they still are, like, pretty effective. I absolutely love Naomi Watts in this, and the kid character, can't remember what his name is. Aiden? Is it Aiden? I think the sequel is, like, just as good as the original, which I know is, like, definitely an unpopular opinion. I love it. I love it. I love Samara. I just love everything about it. The first one is definitely better, though, but, like, the second one I don't think is that bad. Next, we've got The Grudge 1, 2, and 3. I haven't seen the second or third one, but I have seen the first one like a long time ago, and I absolutely do not remember any of it. I've had zero motivation to watch these. I honestly don't even know why I paid money for these. I definitely regret that every day. Next, we've got Saw 1 to 7. I absolutely love the series. This is another one of my top 5 series. Even though it's like just for like, once again, just for like shock value and for the gore and stuff, I still love seeing all the different traps and like, ooh, can they survive, you know? And like the convoluted storyline is like so stupid and it's just so fun. As you can see, I definitely like Saw my fancy shirt. Yeah, so obviously I'm a big fan of Saw. I love the series. I love John Kramer. I love the second one with Donnie Wahlberg in it. Also, did you know that the kid who plays Roderick is in, I think, the 6th one? That is so weird. Isn't that weird? But I absolutely love those movies. Next, we've got Scream 1, 2, and 3, which I got for Christmas, and I've yet to see. But as you can see earlier, I bought Scream 4 on Blu-ray recently. So now I have the whole collection, so I can hopefully binge watch them all in one day and then share my opinions on them, because I'm very excited to watch these. Obviously, they're iconic. I know they're a staple in the horror genre. Next, we've got The Shallows, which I got pretty recently. My mom gifted to me recently just because. There's no other like really good shark movies I've seen. Like I've seen, the only other one is 42 Meters Down or 40, something like that. I always forget the name, but I love that one too. That one's pretty good. I've yet to see this though. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm kind of excited. Coming down to our last two. First, we've got The Shining, which got another one of those not the holographics, the like moving things. I don't really know what this one does. Does he just move back a little? Up, back, back? Maybe just, does his eye, maybe his eyes do move. Anyways, but I absolutely love this movie. Another incredible Stephen King adaptation, which I also have the book for this one too. I know Stephen King hates this adaptation, but it is like so fun. And like I absolutely, like I get it. I hate what he put what Stanley Kubrick put Shelley Duvall through and the whole cast through, honestly. But this is such a well done movie. And Jack Nicholson in this movie is so good. The kid actor is like garbage. Like he literally sucks so bad, I'm sorry. I know some people like think this movie isn't that scary or it's like boring and too long, but I love it. I love the atmosphere of the Overlook Hotel. Like something about being alone in a massive hotel is like so eerie to me. But definitely an incredible horror movie that I will rewatch again and again and again. And last of all in my collection is Tusk from 2014, with once again starring Justin Long. As you can tell, I have a thing for Justin Long, but this movie is so weird and so stupid, and like it's very niche. Like it's for a very rare few people. I don't want to spoil anything, but at the end, it's crazy. The ending is wild. Also love Haley Joel Osment. Stan him. But so that's all for my collection. I hope you enjoyed looking at all my horror movies with me. Let me know if you actually enjoyed this video and if I should do more. I'm probably gonna do more just for myself because I had fun making this. Subscribe, please. Please subscribe. Anyways, but I mostly hope you actually enjoyed this video and found some sort of entertainment out of this, out of my nerdy, stupid self. I'm sorry this was probably super awkward and like the lighting was probably a little messed up. It was very amateur, let me tell you. Sorry about that. Let me know if there's anything you guys want to see, like any specific videos, like if you want to see reviews or like ranking videos, or like if you want me to review a specific movie or something or talk about something. Like I can do whatever. Please come back. Please subscribe, like this video if you want. Also, don't mind the depression bedroom, the mess over there, everywhere, honestly. Also, sorry for like the lighting change and like the whole entire fit change, because I filmed the first part of my with my Blu-rays yesterday, and then it got too dark, so I had to refilm this part today, like the next day. So, and also sorry if I was like talking too fast and really awkward. My first video, as you can see, I'm not very comfortable yet, but it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better, okay? And I know nobody's probably gonna watch this, but it's kind of fun, so whatever. Bye-bye.